One love, family, wholeness and balance. Jesse Tree here, giving thanks for another beautiful day. Got to spend the day in the garden. It's never time wasted in the garden. Always nothing but benefit. In contact with the four elements of earth, wind, fire, and water, you always receive benefit. And I've been listening to my favorite famous fasting science guy, Thomas DeLauer. Um, he's, you know, down with vegan, but he's coming from it more as like a biohacker and a weightlifter and very much into ketogenesis and sort of the paleo way, but connected with organic eating and connected with his body and with fasting a lot. And he's been talking about a few very interesting things about being more insulin resistant and longevity. And he was talking about, he calls it early time restricted feeding versus like midday time restricted feeding. So midday time restricted feeding is essentially your 16 or 18, 16 8, 8 or 18/6 intermittent fasting, where you skip breakfast and then you stop eating by 6 or 8 o'clock, you know, and the benefits of that. But the early time restricted feeding, there's new science, and this coincides with Ayurveda and Chinese traditional medicine. They say you should have your largest meal towards the middle of the day, and that as the day wanes you should have less, and you should stop eating as soon as you can in the afternoon or early evening. And they found that people that stop eating between 3 and 5 and then just go till when they wake up the next morning even have multiplied benefits in terms of longevity and in terms of insulin resistance and all kinds of important things for health, better sleep. All these things stack up and matter. So I've been going 5:30 to 6:30, doing my 23-hour a day dry fast, and then feeding for an hour in the evening, just because it syncs up with family life. But I want to start working with this early time restricted feeding. Other thoughts for the day. I'm about to break fast right now. I got some orange, carrot, pepper, ginger juice here. I got a good belly. Those are pretty good. Probiotic, no sugar added, organic. Got myself ginseng. You notice everything here is going to be red today. I got my goji berry, spring dragons tea. I got blood orange kombucha, and I got a little bit of tomato soup. And so that is going to be my meal for the day. I love this whole thing from Dr. Gabriel Cousens. And he talks a lot about breatharianism, about spiritual nutrition and feeding your light body, and how there's various forms of. Here comes the cat. Say hi, cat. Ah. Anyways, there's various forms of feeding your light body and feeding your light body colors. So I'm also working with ways to improve my digestion, and I've been having high variety, which is nice in terms of the enjoyment, but not nice in terms of best digestion. So here we got a lot of citrus and berries going on tonight, and so I feel like that's better. It's also all reds and oranges, so this is gonna like feed those chakras, sort of root, sacral chakra colors, and so yeah, just thought you might be interested in some of that information. Check out Thomas DeLauer if you'd like to learn a lot of great fasting science. He reads all the meta-analysis, which is a meta-analysis is like a compilation of like thousands of research, vetted research, showing all these things that the ancients knew, and that if you can just, like I've done, gone with the ancient occultist knowledge, and they were doing these things for a reason, and they were scientists. They studied this thing empirically and noticed how it felt. They had more wisdom than we give them credit for, but now we have science to corroborate. So I think that's great. Anyway, hope you got something from this. Wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful day. One love, wholeness and balance, family. Be well.